When your actions speak louder than your words, you show up. I had a client give me a call on my personal cell phone last night, 7 o'clock. Could not get her lights to come on in the front half of her house. And this is a single woman that lives in a 55 plus community in Lincoln. I live in Rockland. Of course, as the owner of our family business, she has access to me 24 hours a day with any questions or maybe a little problem like power. I jumped in my truck and drove to Lincoln, of course, checked her breaker box. It was a simple fix. Breaker had tripped. Anyway, we took care of that. We ended up talking in her front yard about her plants because my wife and I are doing a little landscaping, and she, as I left, she actually told me this was just one of many reasons she had wanted for the last couple of years to use us to do her new floors, and she just had to wait for the right time, but there was going to be no question as to who she was going to go with for this renovation project. So yes, it does matter who you pick, who you go with for not just your flooring, but any kind of renovation or home remodeling. And you know, you're spending your hard-earned money, and it does make a difference. All right, so we got all of the tile and carpet out of here. Good morning, Miss Claudia. How are you? Good. Oh, I run hot. It's the way it is. So we got all the leveling done. Obviously, after all the flooring comes out, we take straight edges across it, make sure we're within our tolerances. And now we are in the floor laying phase. Did some leveling over here in the kitchen, self-leveling. Obviously, we do some grinding.
Yeah, they did that yesterday.
All over the place, in the entry, in the office. So we use laser lines. We use like a 8-foot, 10-foot straight edge, we call it, you know, a level. And we take that across the entire, you know, in different areas. So we have, like in some of these floating floors, we have to be within a 1/4 inch, within a 10-foot span. You know what I mean? Any deviation in that. And of course, so we do all the leveling, but then we know when we start laying the floor if we've got any high or low spots as well.
Right.
And then we know the product's going to perform right. This is a 10 millimeter floor, so it's just under a 1/2 inch thick. It's not one of the really thin ones.
Right.
So it actually lays down over, and then we use this, you know, sound barrier, moisture barrier pad, even though the floor's got a pad attached to it. So, yep. Oh, they're never level. So we know sometimes where, it's a good question, good point. When you have tile, but in tract houses that most of us live in, when you would think that, okay, well, they probably leveled that concrete different for either hardwood or tile, right? And got it flat. That's not always the case. Exactly. And they know that when they take that 1/4 by 1/4 trowel, they're making up for all of that.
Exactly.
We don't have that.
Yeah.
We don't have the benefit of that with this. So anyway, so yeah, it's a good question. But wherever there's carpet and, you know, your carpet and pad, you never know how uneven it is because it doesn't feel like that. Oh no, so that part is taking measurements off of each wall at either end and snapping lines, which we've already done underneath here, and then we measure off of those points going across your house. Yeah, because that's important. We don't want to, because no walls are straight. Yep. But yeah, so we got everything prepped out in really good timing yesterday and ready to go. I don't know if, Alec, you got back in the bedroom back here. We had some low spots after our grinding. So leveled out the bedroom back there. Looks really good.